So, as a duo, what are your influences for Quintessence?
We both have two types of influences. As you can see, the Defeater flag behind me, we are huge fans of metal and hardcore music. This is really our musical core. And bands such as Architects, Walshy Sleeps, Being as an Ocean, they are our main influences in this genre. And of course,
You will love them.
we listen to a lot of post-rock music too, because we do
Okay.
it. And we love Alcest, Explosion in the Sky, If the Streets Could Talk, Pillars, Coastlands, bands like that.
So, a lot of very diverse influences,
Yes,
right?
of course.
So, just can you quickly tell us who does what in the band? Because you're just a duo. So, who does what?
Exactly. Lucas,
So
your turn.
I'm the drummer. Yeah, I'm the drummer.
And I'm the guitarist.
Okay. When you started your band, was there a specific sound that you were aiming for?
At the start, the plan was just to play together, and without thinking about something in particular. But we both play in different bands before Quintessence, so we have different experience, and we knew what we wanted to do and what we didn't want to do. So very quickly, the idea was to record our songs, and it's how it started. And we both like the metal music and post-rock music, but we have no really an idea of what we want in sound of something like that. So.
If there was any band you could play one show with, which one would you choose?
The question.
Yeah,
I know.
I will say Alcest because it's really my main influence in this genre.
And Lucas, which one would you choose?
I think it's really a tough question.
I know.
Really good questions, but really tough questions. Really, I discovered the post-rock in front of Explosion in the Sky in 2016, and it was one of the best show of my life. I really was shocked by that, and I'm gonna go with Explosion in the Sky, but I understand Dylan. Alcest is an amazing band, and we love them, but I'm gonna go with Explosion in the Sky.
Okay. So you have 2 gigs coming on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you are a duo, and I don't know, but has the corona pandemic changed your situation a lot, or was it a little easier because you're just 2 guys?
It's been a difficult year for everyone, and the fact that we are a duo has not changed something. It's obvious to say that it has been a difficult year, because for everybody, but for music and musicians in general, I think it has been terrible. We saw each other a lot less because of the different lockdowns. So, but we both continue to practice our instruments, our new songs, and things like that. But it's been really hard not being able to perform on stage for over a year. And for me, it just shows the fragility to the profession of musician. And even if we do not depend on Quintessence to earn our living, we have many friends who are in this situation, and for them it's really has been harder. So just like that, it was not a good year, but we hope that the next is gonna be good for us.
So, is there anything that you think is quintessential French in post-rock from France? Is there anything that separates it from other countries?
The post music scene in France is very unique. I think we have many great bands such as Lost in Kiev, Fall of Messiah, Alcest, once again. But the specificity of the post music scene in French, I think, is the diversity in the bands, because all of them are associated with post music, while they have their own specificities, and all the bands have their unique sound. And I think it's one of the really strange strength of the post music scene in France.
Quintessence. Quintessence. It's an interesting name. What for you is the quintessence of your music?
So I'm gonna answer. It's always hard to talk about your own music without sounding pretentious or something like that.
Definitely.
But what we want to do, and I don't know if we get there, but it is to come to a point, sorry, in our songs when the melody of the guitar and the power of the drum all together produce something intense and, if possible, something beautiful. To reach a point in your song where the energy and the melody of the guitar are really combined to do something really really intense, epic, and something like that. So we always try to build our songs to reach this moment, and we hope to succeed. But it's not to us to judge our work.
So, in your Bandcamp biography, you use the term post-rock. Would you say that post-rock in general still has some of the normal quintessential characteristics of rock music?
I think it depends on individuals and bands. Rock is a kind of music that for me has always been difficult to define, and it can change from the country, and so sometimes some bands like to play between these different kinds of music. So I really think it depends, in fact, of the moments, of decades, of things like that. So it depends here.
I'm just playing around with your name because Quintessence is very unique as a name. Very often people mistake quintessential trademarks with stereotypes. For example, eating baguette and enjoying red wine might be a hint at something typically French, a certain taste and attitude towards food or stuff. But in reality, I know that all Frenchmen don't eat baguette every day and don't drink wet wine every day. So,
Mostly no.
by the way, now you're sounding better again.
Nice.
What are there any kind of like post-rock stereotypes for you?
Yes, there are. I think the very stereotype about post-rock music is that mix between clear aerial guitar parts and more dynamic pieces just in one song, and the use of reverb pedals, the heavy snare sound, the ambient tremolo parts are part of the stereotypes, and also the song's length, about 11 minutes also, and that's very a stereotype. But I think the stereotypes do not exist for nothing. They are what post-rock is, and this is quite the reason we love it too.
So you would not say that you try to go around those stereotypes, but that in some ways you embrace them?
Yeah, we try to avoid them. It's clear, but post-rock is post-rock, and we love it too. And maybe even if it's stereotypes, we love playing aerial guitar parts and tremolo reverb pieces in the chorus or in the crescendos. But yeah, we try to avoid it, but there is a core in it, in the post-rock.
I think when you compose a song, I think the idea is not to think about that, not think about the stereotype of post-rock, and just play what you think, what you feel, and after, yes, if it's obvious, you can maybe do something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not a checklist, right? It's like
yes,
something that happens along the way. Something that also is unusual about you in some ways is that, I mean, trios are not unnormal in post-metal or in post-rock, but duos are not that frequent. What does that mean to you as a band, being a duo?
Being a duo represents a lot of practical advantages for us because we have both been in bands before and we know how constraining it can be to compose but also organize the life of a band when you are, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 members. It can be really complicated. So for its reasons, we really appreciate being a duo. But we know that on stage, especially, it can have limits. It has often been said that we would need a real bass player or guitarist in more. But for the moment, this is not relevant, you know. We build the band like that, and I think we are fine like that. We take criticism, we understand that. When people talk about our backtracks, saying that there's a lot of them and that could be replaced by a real musician, you know. But we understand that being a duo is an experience, and we don't cheat. We play all these parts, and on stage we always try to give everything to the audience, and our energy is real, everything is real. So it's particular, and we know that. We take criticism, sorry, but we are fine like that, I think.
Yeah, I think that will also be very interesting on Sunday because you are the opening act,
Yes.
and well, you will be the only ones who perform as a duo. So that will be very interesting because, well, you will be performing looking towards each other, if I understood it correctly. So
Yeah, it's correct.
so it will be a little bit like a rehearsal for you, right?
Yeah, quite
A little bit.
quite a bit, yeah. But due to the particular circumstances, we didn't have the occasion to see each other for quite a while. We rehearsal, but in due to the show of Sunday. But yeah, it's a great pleasure for us to play after over a year with no rehearsal, no shows, and it will be particular and very cool to play on Sunday.
Yeah. That is probably for Dylan, for you. What struck me about your music is that I always have a feeling that you use two kinds of crescendos and tremolos. Very often I have a feeling that there is one in the background that is calming and soothing, and then there is one in at the front, which is like thundering and raging and wild. Is that just my perception, or is that really some kind of conscious construction of your songs?
This is a conscious construction, and thank you. You are very right. We like those precious tremolo guitar parts in post-rock music, so we want to use them, even if they may be stereotypes. But I think we can use them with some originality. And
Definitely.
this is the main element of our songs. In fact, these are always giving us chills. They can be a liberation for us, and as well as a tension. And we use them as means to build the tension or the part before the liberation. And this is quite the idea behind the Quintessence.
Yeah. If I did my research well, you hinted at going back to the studio last year. So to record some new music. Can we expect to hear new stuff sometime this year or next year?
Yeah, it is true. You well prepared. We are preparing something new, but as you can imagine, the COVID has made us fall behind on what we had planned at the start. So at the moment, we do not have a date to give, but we hope at the end of 2021, maybe, if it's possible, we can present something new, and we'll see.
Okay, so just the straightforward question: how many songs did you guys have? How many songs do you have up your sleeve right now? How many are waiting to be recorded?
We recorded 5 5 songs. So it's gonna be cool.
we will be checking back often. What is the one record that both of you can always agree on?
I think, without asking Lucas, that Lost Forever, Lost Together by Architects will be an album that we could both agree on. It is definitely one of the best album of Architects and one of the best hardcore album of all time.
Yeah.
So I think I will go on Lost Forever, Lost Together.
Okay. Yeah, I'm agree with Dylan, but I have another one to propose. Kodoma from Alsace.
Oh yeah.
2000.
Of course, Kodoma.
I think that Dylan and me, we already focused on it, and it's imperfect.
So we're closing in on the final stages of our interview. Quick rounds. I give you 2 bands or 2 things, and you have to choose.
Okay.
Lucas, if these trees could talk, or Caspian?
If these trees could talk. No.
Okay. Dylan, would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So Dylan, Ranges or Russian Circles?
Ranges, just because of the last album, Babel, which is a masterpiece.
Okay. Lucas, post-rock or post-metal?
Ooh, tough one. Both.
No. You have to choose one.
Okay. I'm gonna go with post-metal, but...
Okay. One last one, Dylan, for you.
Yeah.
Defeater or Touche Amore?
Oh no, not that. No, you can't say that to me.
Yes, Defeater or Touche Amore?
I will go with Defeater because of their whole universe. But Touche Amore is really breaking my heart each time I listen to them. It's really you are destroying me tonight.
So, Lucas,
I can't play Sunday.
So Lucas, would you have chosen the same, or would you have chosen Touche?
Touche.
I quit the band on live.
I'm sorry.
So Quintessence now quintessentially is over.
Yes.
No, this video and this interview is over. Thank you guys very much for taking
Thank you for having
we're
us.
Looking forward to seeing you on stage. And,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have fun on Sunday. Bye bye.
Thank you. We will. Bye bye.